This drone situation is crazier than I thought, my friends. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into a ton of stuff, as usual, in this video. And I wanted to explore a little bit what is causing all of these things to be seen in the skies. And we're actually going to go over a number of videos. Oh my goodness, there's so many new ones coming out. You're not going to believe some of these videos. Okay, you're not going to believe them because they don't actually make sense, some of them. We're talking huge amounts of them showing up. We're talking patterns of like hundreds of them now in some places. Like, for example, this one right here. We're going to get into a number of different videos. We have orbs that are morphing, and I'm going to show you something rather curious. One taking off so fast, it only shows one frame of it as it's going up. It's so fast. We're going to get into a ton of stuff, but what I was wondering also is what's really behind all these? What's causing these? Obviously, a lot of people are wondering if this is alien technology, and is it our own GOV doing this, right? Because they don't seem to be very concerned whatsoever about it. Every time everybody asks them about it, like, oh, don't worry about it. You're just seeing things, you know, you're just a little bit of this, okay? That's kind of the attitude they have. And it's interesting because I saw this guy right here being interviewed about this topic, and he says that it's too large and well organized to be just nothing. And this guy is an expert on China. You remember, what was it, a year and a half ago, we had those balloons come over America from that particular country. Then we also had another story of recent that came from that country as well. And I'm not saying it's them. I'm just exploring what it could be. I have a couple different ideas. This is one that seems to be kind of in the right vein, but it could also be just something else, like literally some sort of invasion. I don't know. We've had people talk about that as well. We've had people talk about, could there be that coming in December? There's actually numerous people that were posting about this back in September, that there will be some sort of alien, of course, invasion. And everyone's just like, yeah, right, whatever, dude. Like, oh, that's not going to happen. What are you doing? A little bit of this. You know, of course, that's what everyone's thinking. But now we're seeing all this stuff, and you're like, well, wait a second. Maybe something's going on here. So this guy says that it's too well organized, too large to be nothing. Clearly, this is not the local flying club. It's not some geek that loves drones. Bob with his drone going up and, you know, in his quad drone flying it around. Obviously, that's not what's going on. Now, I have a few new updates I want to get into. Also, my friends, we have now apparently drones and, of course, orbs over multiple military, bases at this point. We have one, a U.S. base in Japan that they just 7 hours ago they had to temporarily shut down for a few hours. We have now also, this came out today, I believe, as well. I believe this came out today as well, within the last so many hours, in the UK as well. So we have now UK, Japan, their bases with these drones and also orbs showing up over them. Now, I'm going to talk about in this video, if I haven't already, because I'm splicing this clip in, so I'm not sure where it's at because there's so much information in this video. We have another update with regards to the whole China thing. I mentioned this could be a theoretical as to where these are coming from, but a lot of people are like, well, how, right? How are they able to get them over here? Even though we do have numerous other little pieces that seem to point that direction, I did find the one piece that was missing, I believe. Apparently, a lot of these bases of ours are surrounded by farms that are owned by, of course, Chinese. Check this out.
Now to China, at least 17 U.S. military bases near Chinese-owned farmland, reportedly seeing a surge in drone activity and sightings in recent weeks.
So we already had numerous recent stories. We had, of course, the secret police stations that were in several different cities. I talked about it. They were Chinese. We now had a guy that was arrested 2 weeks ago for flying a drone over a base, and he was Chinese as well. Now we have the fact that there's people are like, where are these drones coming from? Perhaps these farms that are right next door to these bases. That might be where they're from. You see what I'm getting at? That would make sense. Then, of course, we also had this story, right? Patterson Base, where we had numerous. This was actually one of the first bases. This is one of the first bases that actually had this activity. And I'm going to show you something rather interesting I just discovered that totally fits into this with regards to the specific base. Check this out first, though.
Handling the situation suggests at or above 1700 AGL.
That we will maintain 2000 and on our transition format flight.
So this base was shut down for several hours. I believe they were trying to, of course, take out some of these. I've shown videos. I'm going to show some videos on here of that happening. But what's interesting is this man here, Ben Rich, passed away in 1995. And what's amazing about it is he worked at this specific base. And he said some rather intriguing things. Let's see if I can get to the right spot where he talks about this.
With the following quote.
Okay, here we go.
Following quote. The U.S. Air Force has just given us a contract to take ET back home. He also mentioned, we already have the means to travel among the stars, but these technologies are locked up in black projects, and it would take an act of God to ever get them out to benefit humanity. Anything you can imagine, we already know how to do.
So perhaps this is the reason why this was one of the first bases to be seeing these. You see what I'm getting at? So they had the technology already. And the question is some of this ours? Is some of this maybe China's? And they're doing sort of and it's really interesting that Elon Musk said that we're going to be seeing stuff like this back in September. So at any rate. And we've had even some experts on Joe Rogan talking about this. One guy who was before congressional hearings who went on Joe Rogan talking about how these things don't seem to be like the normal drones because they move too quickly. And if they do have too much G's, that usually takes a lot of energy, yet they're still staying up for 7-8 hours and then going off into the ocean where no one can actually track them. So this doesn't seem like even the normal military drones because of how they're working. Now, we have this story. Mysterious drone activity can be deliberate distraction. Let's see this. Okay, here we go. Security experts share startling, of course, theory about who may be behind the mysterious drones. And it's interesting also, a lot of people are not aware of this, but our wonderful Prez and the VP immediately dropped all their current schedule to go back to the White House. Why would they do this? This happened about 3 days ago. It seemed like there was something important or serious that was going on. Why were they going back? It seemed like it was very urgent. And could it have something to do with this? While they tell us it's a nothing burger. Matter of fact, there's even an article where he comes out and says that it's nothing. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But like I said, we're going to get into a ton of stuff. If you look on Google, you just type in drones, it appears like they're trying to avoid this topic now. Because if you go and search just the word drones on Google, they'll show you all these other stories about drones, like this one in Florida where there was a Christmas show and one of them fell from the sky. And now this boy of course, had to have surgery because it somehow, landed on, of course, on him. But that's the main story showing. It's like the only story showing. And you do a search and it doesn't have anything about New Jersey. Nothing. Just nonstop, this one story. You have to literally type in New Jersey for it to show anything about it. All right? And clearly everybody's searching this right now. So like I said, we're going to get into a ton of stuff. I'm going to show you a ton of videos. They're actually banning flights of any drones over New York and New Jersey. I mean, it seems a little strange that they would have to follow through with these laws. And if there was, if the GOV is doing it, why is it they can't stop it, right? So like I said, we're going to get into a ton of stuff. We're going to show you a ton of clips, unbelievable, mind-blowing clips. First of all, I got to mention, we have gold and silver link below if you want to get some of that. Link is in the description. They have some deals going on right now. Also, my website, GR Videos. If you like this video, I have tons more over on my website, free ones. There's also a membership section which costs only $4.95 a month. The first month is free. You can sign up for free for all my videos. And I get into all these strange topics. The Vatican, ancient history, whatever, even the Didmeister. Get into everything. So link is in the description for that and all my other social medias linked below. Let's get back to the video. So we have here, New York governor announces temporary ban of flights over critical infrastructure amid drone sightings. And of course, again, they keep telling us there's nothing going on. We even have Newsweek talking about this. GOV is, lying about mystery drone and orb sightings, according to the mayor of New Jersey. Apparently, the mayor is not privy to what's going on. The governor's not privy. Yet, the Pentagon's like, oh, don't worry about it. There's nothing happening. You're just imagining things. I mean, this right here is just your imagination, of course. All right, check this out.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. What? Oh, my God. Whoa.
I mean, does that look like normal to you? Is that something you should be seeing every night over your city? What's going on here? I mean, it's like a light show, man. This looks more entertaining than the Florida Christmas show. I mean, come on, what's going on here? And what's really bizarre about it, check this one. This one's really crazy too. This one's even more elaborate. This is in New Jersey. Look at this. Look at that. Does that look normal to you? Does that look normal? I mean, is this what you should be seeing in your sky every night?
Wake up.
Oh, whoops. What was that? What? Oh, yeah, I forgot. TikTok just likes to auto refresh or something.
Wake up.
Why is this? What's going on here? Wake up. Okay, never mind. Let's see the next one. All right, here we go. Let's check this one out. This one's kind of curious as well. Let me get on the screen a little bit better. So zooming in on it, look at that thing.
What
the
heck?
What is that? It looks like some sort of amoeba or something. And there was one stuck in a tree. I'm going to show you, I think in a second here, or maybe in a little bit. I'm going to show you one a little bit later that's stuck in a tree, and it looks like an amoeba too. And it's like, and they're like zooming. They took a really good picture of it, and I'm going to show you it, and it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. All right. Let's just check this one out.
I just record. What?
What? Yeah, that looks a little strange. A little bit strange. Now, here's another one of those orbs. And watch how quickly the thing takes off. This is not physically possible.
It just shot straight up in the sky.
Oh! Do you see how fast it went up? That was like a millisecond. It went like thousands of feet in a millisecond. It was only 2 frames on the screen. It literally went from here to here, and then it was gone. That was 1 frame. From here to here. That's insane. Obviously, that's not physically possible with a normal drone. And we got a plethora more, my friends. This one I showed on my other channel. I don't think I showed it on this channel. Check this one out. So what's going on here is there's a drone, and then this is an orb. And the drone comes down to the orb, and at least this is what I think it is. And apparently the orb takes out the drone, and now it's falling from the sky and crashing, as you can see here. Keeps going down. Bye-bye. It's gone. And so there's a lot of these, and actually, by the way, I have a lot of videos of things being chased, and there's some really strange ones. I got one of an orb being taken out. So that was a drone by an orb, I think. And then we have an orb being literally taken out. I'll show you that one in a minute. I'm going to show you first this one. This one's really crazy. We have fighter jets apparently going after some of these, I think, drones. This is New Jersey. You can see one there. You can see one there. You just took out one of the drones. I showed this on my other channel. I don't think I showed it on this one. You can see another one being taken out right there. But like I said, there's in this one. The next one is even more bizarre. Let's see, get on the screen a little bit better. Okay, I don't even know how to explain this. So you got two orbs. Let me get my mouse on the screen. You got two orbs. This orb is actually shooting orbs out of itself. It's actually replicating itself. Okay, it's literally replicating itself nonstop, and then something takes it out, and it just explodes. Okay, I'll show you this. Let me just show you how it's replicating first, and then I'll show you being taken out. All right.
Crazy video. This was recorded at Hamilton Lake in New Jersey last night. So, watch. You can see orbs. Well, you can see two orbs. One of them is ejecting other orbs.
Right, isn't that bizarre? It's just like sending more orbs out of itself. And then somewhere up here. Oh yeah, let me get back.
Don't know what's going on here.
And then something that comes up by and
Crazier, watch.
Takes it out.
Boom.
It's gone. Like, have you ever seen that before? I've never seen. Usually, you'd be lucky to find, once a month or once every couple months or 3 or 4 months, maybe you'll see an orb in like a UFO channel. Like, oh, we found one. Now it's like every night, and they're like replicating themselves, and then they get taken out of the sky. What's going on here, dude? This ain't what I would call normal. This is not normal. Okay, none of this is normal.
12 of his 30 years in black programs, and he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. There's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025.
So apparently, there are people saying that all this was supposed to start in December 2024 and go into 2025. Again, I've talked about this on my channel even 5-6 years ago about how they're going to be doing a alien, of course, invasion, right? And I always thought it'd be kind of hard for them to pull this off. I was like, how are they going to pull this off? This just seems like too unbelievable. You know what I mean? And I mean, now we're seeing something. I mean, this is really strange stuff. Honestly, I was talking about this, I think, even a couple months ago, that this would be one of the things they may try. I was saying they got plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G on how to make sure 47 doesn't get in. And of course, we've seen numerous plans they tried. They all failed. And I was like, one of my guesses was like, well, maybe they'll try the alien thing too. I was just kind of joking. Like, I didn't think it would actually be something they would try because I thought it was too ridiculous. But apparently, not so ridiculous. I guess they're going to try it anyways. I mean, I don't know. What else do you want to call this? I mean, I guess it could be China. I guess it could be that. We have here, of course, a wonderful, beloved press telling us nothing nefarious. Gives us first statement on New Jersey drone panic. Don't worry about it, dude. It's nothing. It's like a Disney light show, all right? That's all it is. Just a Disney light show. Just ignore the fact you have all these things in the sky above you. Okay. I mean, if I was in New Jersey, New York, I wouldn't be ignoring it, okay? And I'm not in those two states or either one of those states. I'm in Indiana, so I haven't seen anything here. I guess apparently we're too boring for that kind of stuff to happen here. I don't know. But we have here drones latest. New York and New Jersey airspaces restricted as officials demand Congress to pass. Like, of course, like legislation's going to stop a drone. Seriously? I guess if it technically is our federal putting these up in the air, I guess that would maybe stop it. Maybe. I don't know. But honestly, if they're spending money on some sort of secret, of course, project, I don't think they're going to really listen to you anyways, or Congress. And could this be from another country? Could this be China? I don't know. Could this be? I really don't think it's aliens, okay? But I do think they do have technology. I do think that our GOV somehow got it. And maybe they're doing this stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pretend like I know what's going on here. I'm just going to kind of speculate. We have here Newsweek. Is China behind the mysterious drones? I mean, that is one of the plausible ones. I was thinking it's either RGOV, I guess theoretically it could be China. I was thinking, like, if it was, wouldn't we be trying to take them, you know, out of the sky more? Like, not just let them sit there and pretend like they're not there. It's so weird. So obviously Newsweek is postulating this. Is China the one behind the mysterious drones? We did have our wonderful prez coming back in a hurry 3 days ago. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. So that's one theory. There's two theories right there. Our federal is behind it. That's one theory. Two theory. Second theory, China. Third, aliens, which I don't really think it's them, but I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Who knows, man? I don't know. These days, anything seems to go. Anything's, I mean, we're in the twilight zone at this point, right? So, Chinese suspect arrested for flying drone over U.S. military base. This is Newsweek. This is from about 2 weeks ago. I mean, that is a little bit of an interesting thing. I mean, could this be a combination of things? We did have Elon Musk, and that was something I thought was rather curious. It's almost like Elon Musk knew something was going to happen because he tweeted this back in September. Drone swarm battles are coming that will boggle the mind. Well, our minds are definitely boggled right now, and we are seeing some strange things. I'm guessing Elon might be privy to what's going on. Or, I don't know, maybe he just got lucky and tweeted that out. I don't know which one it is. But we do have these secret, of course, police stations that were all across the U.S. What these were for is, in the case of a Chinese person coming to America, wanting to live here, where he is in a different country, can say what he wants. They had these police stations just in case there's a Chinese dude in the area that said something they didn't like. And then they could take him in and make sure he understands that he can't say that even if he's in a new country. So that apparently was what these were all about. So you have, I guess you do have some weird things going on here. I pointed out a year ago, it was over a year and a half ago, that China had some of their finest training just across the border above Vancouver. I mean, I'm sorry, not above Vancouver, above Tacoma, Washington, and 30 miles across the border in Canada. They were training. And just around that time, about a year and a half ago, 4 power substations went offline from some sort of hacking. And I just get this funny feeling there's something going on here. Like, there's there's a little bit too much smoke in various places here. It makes me think that there could be something with regards to that country going on here. They had a whole floor of a New York City building that was secret, illegal police station for China. This is from USA Today. This is from a few days ago. So there is a lot of that up in the news. And of course, they also are trolling us now. Their leader of that country is making fun of us for talking about drones. So that makes me wonder if like they might be doing something. I don't know, man. It is a little strange. We had, of course, and another thing is what's going on with our GOV itself. We had a missing U.S. congressman, 81, found in a assisted living facility with dementia while she was missing her votes in Congress for 6 months. This is the kind of people running the show right now. We have people staring off into space like Mitch McConnell. Check this out.
And a string of
You okay there, Mitch? You okay? A little bit of a pause. This is the kind of people running stuff right now. I mean, goodness gracious. Seriously? How about we get someone a little bit younger in there that might actually still have their cognitive abilities still in place? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Might help a little bit. Here we have our wonderful prez sleeping while he's in a meeting. Good stuff. That's kind of what's going on around us right now. We have, of course, Party City files for bankruptcy a day after announcing mass layoffs at its headquarters. Basically, they shut the doors in one day. Almost no notice. No severance packages. Everybody's let go. Bankrupt, gone, closing everything. 16,500 workers gone. One day. This is kind of what's going on with, these are the people running our country. And you can see what's going on. They told us the economy's great. Yeah, it doesn't seem like so. No severance or benefits for sacked Party City workers. Doesn't sound very good for Party City. The store and also Big Lots closing all their locations. You have Amazon workers striking just in time for Christmas. Perfect timing, of course. You have also Chicago Starbucks workers striking, causing store closures. I mean, you can see our country is not doing the best right now. Let's just put it that way. And getting back to some of the stuff we were talking about, getting back to the whole aliens and orbs and all the other strange. We actually have this weird video as well. A train going through San Diego, California with lots of interesting things. Lots of vehicles, endless vehicles and other things. Where is it going? Good question. Not something you see every day. And we had this here as well. This was on Reddit, I believe. 2 months ago during a talk at Yale, Danny Sheehan said aliens are coming to intervene because they can't allow us to destroy the life-generating capabilities of this planet. And the GOV knows this. I'm kind of curious about this. Maybe this is what this guy was told. I kind of feel like this is not the real reason, but maybe this was sort of like planted so we can read it. I don't know. 2 months ago during a lecture at Yale, Danny Sheehan said a room full of people, aliens are coming. They're coming to our planet. Yes, indeed. Let's examine this. Danny is a lawyer for both Grush and Elizondo. It would make sense that you would know things like this from attorney-client privilege. Danny is not bound to their security clearances. He can just go publicly and say what he knows. And he doesn't have to say who his source is. This seems pretty obvious. Danny believes what he's saying. So unless he's being lied to, this seems likely. It seems curious. And here's the one I was talking about that was in the tree. I saw this over on Casper site. Check this out.
This is like some sort of pod of some sort.
He zooms in more.
Is this real? Is this fake? What? That's...
You see it moving?
Mate, that's moving in there.
What in the heck is going on? He has a picture of it too. Check this out. Here's one. There's two different pictures. Okay, where's this one? Look at that picture. This is what I'm talking about, dude. These are not normal drones. What is this? Is this one of these orbs? Is it? I saw an orb morph into a drone. What in the world are these? Here's another picture. Where did it go? Yeah, here we are. It's so bizarre looking. Now, like I said, I have a researcher. He works for me, and he always finds the most crazy stuff, and he actually ties it all together. It's really interesting, and he's been telling me for months they're going to try this. He's been literally telling me this for almost a year. They're going to try this, and I'm like, I actually didn't believe him really. I was like, oh, come on, man, they're going to try this. They're going to try this. They're not going to try this. Yeah, I guess he was right apparently, and he has this weird theory on how this is all supposed to work out. And it has something to do with World WAR number 3. And the whole idea was supposed to be that I think originally their plan was to have us all locked up back in 2020 from the whole thing. You remember that? And then we'd have World WAR, and then after that, the aliens. This is what he's telling me. And he says it has something to do with their Luciferian sort of religion, something about Gilgamesh and aliens, and that they're going to come and say that, oh, it's not Jehovah, it's Lucifer that's the good guy. And of course, that sounds completely nuts, but actually makes sense to me. Because look, I was like saying, no way could these things, no way they're going to try some UFO stuff. Come on, dude, that's ridiculous. And we're seeing it. I'm like, bro, you actually were right. Like literally, you're right. They're actually doing it. Like I didn't think they would. And maybe they're going to try to sell us some religion. Like, you guys are all off track. This is the true religion. And it's going to be some weird evil thing. You know what I mean? At any rate, that's, I don't know, man. And then, of course, after that, then we have some sort of like, like Independence Day with Will Smith. And then they try to take us out and stuff. Sounds great. I don't know, man. Honestly, I didn't even believe the part where they're going to have the UFOs coming. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but there's a lot of people who have been saying things like this is going to happen, and we're starting to see it. So, okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.